Om Shanti. First of all, a hearty welcome to everyone. It's indeed a very sweet occasion to greet you this evening. Secondly, before I start sharing my thoughts about the topic, I want to share the news that Dadi Janki has undergone surgery for appendicitis, and it has been carried out successfully. It hardly took 15-20 minutes, and within 45 minutes she was back to her semi-consciousness, responding. When I asked her, Dadi, are you comfortable? Can you breathe properly? She said, yes. Is there any pain? She just nodded her head, no. Are you well? Yes. So after seeing her in good condition, I left the hospital with Dr. Bhatt, the main instrument for getting the surgery planned for this evening. Dr. Bhatt, please get up. Just show your face to everyone. Perhaps you know that Dr. Bhatt is the chairperson of the Janki Foundation in London. And he is a very prominent, very efficient physician, and especially connected with some research programs. But he has been an instrument in taking care of Dadi's health, along with another doctor in London, Dr. Narinder Patel. Because Dadi enjoys a lot being in seed stage, so everything worked very well. And the topic for the evening is seed stage. I was just reflecting on the subject because many of you must have already heard a lot about this seed stage experience. And not just heard, you must have practiced a lot and experienced a lot. What is new to be shared then? Unless there is something new, it won't be interesting for you. So my thoughts this evening are a little different from the usual way I discuss seed stage. For me, this evening, the concept of experiencing seed stage is not just being in meditation and experiencing all the qualities of the self to the full, in essence, form. That is the normal concept in seed stage. In fact, as per the time of the cycle, this is the time It's a special time for sowing the seed. We learn a lot about karma and the cyclic repetition of time. And I was just thinking, why are we trying to return to the seed stage now? Looking at any seed, take any fruit, any tree, anything. The form of the seed is like the form of the soul. And when you want to have good crop, good plants, you pick the best of seeds. And you are very conscious that the seed is not having been affected by any disease. Even if the quantity available may be a lot, but the seed which is sowed normally for crops is selected from all that, and the best ones selected for plantation, for sowing. And similarly, Baba is sowing the seed of the new world, creating new world. He's creating the new Kalpa tree. And for that, from among 6,000 millions, 6 billions, he's picking up the best. And still, trying to polish, trying to improve the quality. In science, there is a lot of research on improving the quality of seeds for all crops, even for fruits. So after picking up so many of us, knowing that there is need for improvement, and what is the best way for improvement? Removing the unwanted dust, and also re-energizing the souls, which in other words, when we like to experience seed stage, that which is unwanted has to be removed. And that which is going to be the basis for the entire cycle for each one of us, that has to be instilled. Baba says you are going to play the heroic roles throughout the cycle, right from golden age till the last days of Kali Yuga and even after that. That means the seed has to be so powerful that it can last for the entire cycle. And it can last as a healthy seed. And to bring that stage, this is the time. There is season for sowing the seeds. There is season for plantations. Similarly, for the human soul, there comes a season once in the entire cycle when the rejuvenation takes place. Re-energizing takes place, or returning to its original perfect stage takes place. Seed stage means the soul returns to its original perfect stage. So in meditation, this is the thought to be emerged. The thought of perfection. Perfection in qualities. And not just the thought. The thought has to be translated into experience. And not that experience which is just momentarily, which is just for a few seconds. It should become a natural experience. When the soul enjoys that experience of complete perfection in qualities, there is constant feeling of being full insight, complete, blissful. That is the result of being in seed stage. And that must become natural. And in this lies the entire effort of meditation in seed stage. In this effort, it's a very intense consciousness. Consciousness, first of all, as a pure diamond or as a pure star-like soul. Very radiant. Baba's simple words are, you are in your stage of being lightful and mightful. But here is the time when you need to be deeply conscious. which means you become automatically detached from that what is not needed. And this stage can be experienced when the mind is totally merged in the thought of being in experience of my perfect stage. There is that visualization automatically, being with the ever perfect one. Who is eternally in that complete perfection all the time. And because of that, the atmosphere of the region of his dwelling is all the time lightful and mightful. A healthy seed has to be in proper environment. And to come back to that healthy stage, we need to be in that environment which is not just protecting but recharging. And therefore, the need to be totally conscious of being with Baba in the soul world, where the thought merges into the seed, the thought of just being. In this consciousness, the consciousness of being in seed stage brings the feeling of floating in that region as a free spiritual being who is not pulled by the gravitational forces, who is not pulled by anything else. There is real positive experience of total freedom. That is first experience. There are no other thoughts. There are no thoughts of any conflict. There are no thoughts of any fear. There are no thoughts of any desire at that time. That's total freedom. When the seed is in perfect health, then there is such a feeling that when this seed is sown, the plant will be a very healthy plant. The fruit will be a very healthy fruit. So this is the first experience. The second, in very intense form, but not in words. It's a feeling, intense feeling of being powerfully peaceful, powerfully loveful, and powerfully blissful. Because the soul feels fully influenced from the ever-perfect one, the eternal source. And therefore, there is feeling of complete confidence on one side and complete blissful feeling. The feeling of contentment is there. And that happens automatically when the soul is visualizing the self in company of the ever-perfect one. Just try to reflect on what I'm saying. Be in the soul world for a while. Just feel yourself like stars, floating objects of light, divine light, in that vast, vast region of orange-red light. But the souls are white, star-like. The soul is not red, the soul is not orange. All the colors are included in the self. The colors represent different qualities or different powers. So all of them together automatically make us dazzling white objects of divine light. And so light inside. The feeling is of being free. You can feel light when you are free. When you are not having any pull of this world, when you are not having any attraction from the physical side or even from the emotional side, free from emotional side also. If at all the emotions are there, they are very positive, resulting into being blissful. And just be there, feel that, and relate to Baba. How sweet being in your company. What a powerful experience. What a lovely experience. And let it radiate. The essence of the entire tree is there in the seed, but when you look at the seed, it's so small. The essence of our effort making at the confluence stage results finally into seed stage. And that is having the entire knowledge of the Kalpa tree, having the entire knowledge of the cycle, everything, karma, religions, this, that. But when we come to seed stage, man mana bhav. Not even madhyaji bhav. Just one Baba, none else. That's the consciousness. That's the experience. And because of that, total godliness is transferred to the soul. That is how re-energization or rejuvenation takes place. Becoming conscious of being a soul, yes, we become conscious that we are seed-like souls. But a powerful seed, with so much power of godliness that comes when the consciousness is, I am with you, Baba, there is nothing else in my mind. I feel so close to you. I feel becoming like you. Like Father, like Son. Such a stage brings direct power from the Father, which fills the soul to the extent. That extent, it's unbelievable that the soul can multiply its own power to that extent in million, billion fold. And that's where the deep-rooted past gets absolved. The dust gets removed automatically. What is left? The feeling of fullness all the time, the feeling of contentment all the time. Just as you see the seed of any plant or any tree or any crop, you know how it is sown, when it is sown, how it grows, and in how much time the fruit is there. Similarly, all the qualities of God are instilled in us through this spiritual linkage of the self with the Supreme. No one teaches us this art of linking, this art of meditation, this art of Raj Yoga. No one else knows about it because no one knows the exact knowledge of the source. So we should feel very happy inside, very proud inside. In effort making, this has proved to be the best way to achieve a successful Brahmin life. Which is totally balanced. All the powers are there in full, all the qualities, the divinity, everything is there in full. So that brings the feeling how Baba bestows all the treasures to the soul at this time. This is the season for bringing the self to its seed form, to its original form, to its perfect form. When we enjoy this seed stage, naturally, life in this confluence age is lived in the best possible way. Because of enjoying seed stage, these things don't matter much. Because the inner feeling is so beautiful. I returned yesterday from a conference in Mysore. Dr. Rebut with me. We have been sharing our experiences. How, when our effort making is earnest effort making, honestly we are doing that, Baba gives so much help. Help will be there till we have achieved that stage which is almost at par with Shiv Baba. That's what Brahma Baba achieved finally. I remember Baba sharing some of his experiences in 1967-68, when Baba would speak and share the treasures of spiritual wisdom with us, he would say, sometimes I forget who is speaking at this time. Is it Baba or me? Shiv Baba or Brahma Baba? Because by his constant effort making of keeping the mind fixed on Shiv Baba, keeping his thoughts focused on Shiv Baba's supreme guidance, Shrimad, he had come to that stage which was at par. And yet Baba would say, sweet children, you only think it's Shiv Baba who speaks, so that your mind is not connected with the physical costume of Brahma Baba. So there comes a time when the soul can experience such a stage, and that is confirmed also from Baba's side, that our thoughts, our feelings, our visions, and our expressions are almost as per Baba's thinking. Just as Baba is ever in that perfect stage and the seed of Kalpa tree, the soul comes to that stage, very close to that. And when we observe Baba before us, you'll be observing on 3rd March, face to face. From the moment Baba descends till the moment Baba returns, just look at the expression of the medium all the time, smiling, blissful, and bestower. Baba is all the time established in that seed form or seed stage. So if we are able to remain in tune with that, we can experience that all the time. There won't be any time when you feel little lacking in it. I have found this effort in meditation to be the most to bring it into words, it's difficult, but it's the easiest thing I can do. You just think like switch on, just put the switch on and you are there. Just turn the potentiometer, the light increases. And let the voltage remain constant. It's so powerful then. No fluctuation should be there. If there is sudden earthing, what will happen? Electrocution. So be careful. And this has helped me personally, I find, to become so light inside. All sorts of confusions are gone. This has nothing to do with the number of years. It's the method, what we adopt. So when Baba has shown us the way, how to enjoy this kind of stage, let's do that practically. Become full. As is the normal practice everywhere, that you must become self-reliant. Especially these days, economically, everyone wants to be self-reliant. Even in this spiritual economy, we should become self-reliant. As far as knowledge is there, the tree, all the murlis are available. You can get the complete knowledge of Creator and His creation. But when it comes to bringing the soul back to its original pristine purity, original divinity, original celestial perfection. There is no other way. It has to be a very simple but deep meditation, reflection of self in company of Supreme, nothing else. Today we are discussing seed stage. Next step will be sun stage. Om Shanti.